Passes it to Lyles. He kicks it to Hood. There's the foul. It's on Jeremy Lamb. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
Picked off in midair.
And thought that pass was going to get through, but no. All of a sudden, he was going the other way with the basketball.
Williams dishes to Cannon. And 1:01 left here in the first quarter. Here's Lamb. And Charlotte again with the bucket. Utah trailing here. Pass to Lyles. Here's Ingles. Here's Booker. Nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
Here's Cannon. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Now here is Harris. He's covered closely. From the left block, he sends it through.
Both teams trading punches back and forth. This thing's like a heavyweight fight.
The momentum swings really impossible to keep track of. The energy in the building just keeps going back and forth, ebbing and flowing. I'm loving it.
But they recover it with the fadeaway. No luck. Now Lamb knocks down the three ball. Lamb's got 7 points in the game. No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Charlotte leads by 4. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this.
Ladies and gentlemen, dance team.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And when you consider how Charlotte is doing, guys, what do you think?
It's been about the effort. Love the hustle they've shown here in the first.
Yeah, it's due to their hustle, as you said, Greg, and it's showing up on the scoreboard, too.
Russell is out there with Stauskas. Then it's Anthony. Then it's Zach Randolph. And it's Cousins in at the center position. So that's who Charlotte starts the second with. Uncovered. Shot is off.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
Hayward on the wing, all alone. It's rebounded by Stauskas.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Russell with it. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Here's Cousins, and the rejection by Favors. And he's able to get it back. That's good. And it's 6 points for Zach Randolph. And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. Favors. That one falls coming off Burke's feet.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Pretty clear. It's smash mouth basketball. Pound that thing inside.
Now, here is Russell. He dishes it to Anthony. Off target from three-point range.
And he's really having all sorts of problems with his jumper right now.
Yeah, big time. I mean, the words that come to mind, ice and cold and disappearing stroke, all would apply.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Well, he's gone without a field goal, and that certainly is below par for him. His team has still found a way to get it done.
Charlotte in the lead. And the layup is good.
I love that superb pass that time, guys. It allowed them to get behind the defenders. The hoop was there waiting for them.
Burke kicks to Hayward. Out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Avery Bradley, he's checked in for Charlotte. Gobert, he's checked in for Utah. Dante Exum comes in for Burke. Charlotte leading by 4. Outside Bradley. Outside Anthony. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
Baylor, he's checked in for Charlotte. Matthew Dellavedova comes in for Russell. Favors passes to Exum. Here's Gobert, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing, and what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
Here's Anthony. Rudy Gobert picking up that last basket. Anthony dishes to Baylor, and the basket good. Baylor's got the lead up to 6 now for Charlotte.
You know, that's been a big part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range, right at the rim.
And Clark, they might as well keep doing it. I mean, attack the basket until the defense makes an adjustment.
And so it's Charlotte with it. Derek Favors unable to get his shot to go. Dellavedova kicks to Baylor. Now the feed to Bradley. So Charlotte calls timeout. They're first. Some changes for Charlotte. Sacre comes in for Zach Randolph. And Harris subbed in for Anthony. Utah also making some changes. Lyles checked in for Favors. Joe Ingles comes in for Gordon Hayward. Rodney Hood subbed in for Alec Burks. Now here's Baylor. Shot clock at 3. Three-pointer, Dellavedova, and it's good. And Charlotte leads by 9.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync, tremendous communication and awareness.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter, just served him up.
And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for Charlotte.
Fellas, the rebounding has been very strong, excellent so far. Putbacks are very valuable, and they're getting some.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
At the line.
And he knocks down the first one.
At the line for 2.
Second free throw, no good.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
And, Greg, definitely that's one of the reasons they're in front right now.
Shot is good, and the Charlotte lead is cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Ingles. And here's Charlotte. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Dellavedova kicks to Baylor. And it's Harris off the drive. Shoots from 12. And that one goes long.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Here's Hood. And that comes off the assist by Exum. Exum's got assist number 5 here tonight.
A wide open 3. They need much better communication defensively.
Just not happy with how his team is playing, and they just have been on the wrong side of this run.
Yeah, and you know what, Greg? Sometimes just a pause in the action, which is what a timeout can give you, is enough to change things around.
Charlotte making a switch here. Cannon's checked in. Deflects the pass. And now Utah, fast break. Exum leading the charge. Baylor with the steal. Inside, here's Bradley. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
You don't need much range to hit from that distance, Kevin.
And a first time out of the game called for Utah. Williams is checked in for Robert Sacre. Utah trails by 3. Pass to Lyles. They set the screen. There's 47 seconds left to play in the first half. Ingles passes to Lyles. The offensive rebound. Gobert can't hit. Charlotte leading by 3. Cannon kicks to Harris. Kept alive by Charlotte. Williams dishes to Baylor. Back to Williams. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
And Kevin, plays like that, really the reason they've got a nice lead right now. Just a great job on the glass.
And Greg, the jam and the follow gets their whole bench jumping. Clark, look at them. They are really into it.
Yeah, they sure are. That's a little salt in the wound there. I mean, they take a miss and turn it into one of the plays of the game. That hurts.
Over to the left wing. Launches it. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. It's Charlotte up by 5. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. And here's Exum, and stolen by Russell. A fast break now for Charlotte, and it's Anthony with the jam.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came upright with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
Burks bounces high off the rim and drops. Burks has got 5 points now in the quarter. Charlotte calls timeout. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Charlotte making a switch here. Lamb's check in. Hayward can't hit. Charlotte leading by 7. And stolen by Favors. And he gets it to go.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Clark, one thing we've seen from these guys is excellent ball movement.
And you love to see that, Kevin. I mean, I love watching unselfish play, and I know Greg enjoys that too.
No doubt about it. It's fun to watch the way they're operating as a team right now. They are all in sync.
That's good. That's 10 points for Carmelo Anthony. 1:58 left here in the third quarter. Here's Burke. Left side Favors. And it's Russell with the rebound. Hayward against Anthony. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. And now a 9-point Charlotte lead.
He's definitely turned things around in this game. I mean, he was more of a background player in the first half. He's jumped center stage now. Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They have got to figure it out.
Here's Lamb after the basket by Utah. 6 to shoot. Shoots from the high post. And again, Carmelo Anthony. Anthony's got 10 points here in the second half.
He's been a different guy here in the second half. His shooting percentage far better than it was before the break.
Utah calls timeout. Have to like what we're seeing from Carmelo Anthony.
They need to make some adjustments because he's absolutely scorching.
Some changes for Charlotte. Buck Williams, he's checked in for Randolph. Nick Stauskas comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And it's Cannon in for Russell. Utah also making some changes. Lyle comes in for Derek Favors. And it's Joe Ingles in for Alec Burks. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for Charlotte.
You know, with their fast break operating so efficiently, I mean, you can see why they've gone with it throughout the game.
And also, guys, they take a lot of pride in their ability to rebound the basketball, especially on the offensive end.
That's off as well, so he misses both. Here's Cannon. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. And Cousins kicks to Lamb. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. And Charlotte leads by 11.
They haven't been as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. They're playing smart with the lead. I like that. They're being very selective and deliberate in their offense. That's a good strategy when you're on top.
They get it back. There's 25 seconds left in the third quarter. There's the pick. Inside. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
Another gap in the defense found there, and they've really had their number today.
Burke, the pass to Hayward. And it's off the back rim, no good. Staskis. And the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Charlotte leads by 13. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. Utah trails by 13. Williams is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then there's Isaiah Cannon. Then there's Harris. And it's Bradley in at the shooting guard. So that's the lineup for Charlotte. Gobert's gotten it done so far from the field tonight, making 4 of his 6 attempts. Feeds to Harris. High post Cousins. Gobert on him. There's the pass to Cannon. Williams kicks to Cousins. 4 on the clock. Puts it up from 7. No good. Gobert with the defensive effort. Ingles dishes to Exum. Hayward outside. They set the pick. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. That one on Harris. And he makes the first. Charlotte making some changes. Zach Randolph's checked in for Williams. Anthony comes in for Tobias Harris. And it's Russell in for Cannon. Utah also making some changes. Derek Favors checked in for Booker. And it's Burks in for Joe Ingles. Now, here is Russell. Back to Anthony. Outside Randolph. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
That's his second personal foul. At the line, Zach Randolph.
Free throw drops for Zach Randolph. And Zach Randolph drops them both. Utah trails by 12. The dish now to Favors. Burks the pass to Hayward, and it goes out of bounds. That one's off Bradley.
Yeah, that's a super defensive play. If that gets through, no doubt they score.
And that's why he sold out for it, because he knew he had to make that play. He wasn't going to let them get the advantage.
Here is Hayward. He feeds it to Burks. Gobert with a screen for Burks. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. Charlotte leading by 12. Anthony with it, and Burks picks him up defensively. Anthony kicks to Cousins. Inside. And it's Bradley. That time on the assist by Cousins. Cousins has got 6 assists here tonight.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
And, you know, obviously, there's some things out there he does not like and wants to talk it over.
Well, Greg, you've played and you envision yourself as a coach as well. So, sometimes you need to make some adjustments.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Guys, I was able to listen in on what Quinn Snyder was going over with his team. He was not happy with their play to this point, telling them we're getting out hustled, plain and simple. There's still time, but we've got to dial up our effort. Kevin, we'll see if they have enough to get it done.
5 to shoot. Exum. And it comes off the front of the rim. Guys, they have a really solid lead at this point.
You know, definitely that's the case. I mean, there hasn't been much resistance at all.
Randolph dishes to Anthony. Fires from the wing. Rebound, Utah.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You've got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
Burks' shot is good.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Charlotte calls timeout. Charlotte leading by 12. Now, here is Russell. Outside Anthony. 4 on the clock. And it's Anthony again missing.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Favors with the screen. Here's Exum. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Anthony kicks to Cousins. The turnaround jumper. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Cousins has got the lead up to 14 now for Charlotte. Utah with the ball. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Here's Favors. Here's Gobert, and he goes in for the dunk.
And putting in the work on the boards, and it's paying off with chances like that.
And Gia, he does put in the work. You're right. It's why he's on the finishing end of one putback slam after another.
Well, his effort has never been a question mark. He is an incredibly self-motivated player.
Anthony on the double team. And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Exum, he's open.
A telltale sign in this half has been their lack of free throw attempts. They need to start battling and getting to the line.
Especially trailing. I mean, they need to do everything they can to put points on the board.
Cousins inside. Gobert on him. Gobert with the block. And that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession. Clock is at 3. The 3 from Anthony. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. Cousins has got his 7th assist here tonight.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for Charlotte.
They really had it going, Clark. Their offense propelled them.
Yeah, in this case, it was the higher shooting percentage that made the difference.
No surprise here, just a big-time performance for Cousins. And the way he was able to dice up their D with his passing really made things easy for everyone else on his team.
So both teams making some changes here. And so Favors nails both of them.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
That's exactly when you need to be aggressive, Greg. You know that. I mean, another good job, though, of drawing contact and getting to the free throw line.
Here's Dellavedova. Outside Baylor. 13 feet away. And he gets the bucket. And Charlotte leads by 15.
And they're not finished just yet. They're going to make sure about this win.
Yeah, not taking any chances, Greg. This is how you close a game out. Textbook.
And that one's good. Burke.
You can't afford to give him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Here's Dellavedova. Harris up top. Down low, here's Baylor, and he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
Great job to hit his teammate on that move, Kevin.
Now here's Burke, guarded closely. The floater, it's stolen by Harris. A fast break now for Charlotte, and the dunk by Bailey.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
So no problem for Charlotte as they get the win. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team, Clark, by far tonight.
No question about it, Kevin. They certainly gave their fans plenty to scream and holler about. This place was rocking. It was on fire. And it only got louder as that lead got bigger.
And that about wraps it up. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan along with our entire 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in as we present our Jordan Player of the Game, DeMarcus Cousins.